Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim has responded to those criticizing the recent Malaysia-US trade deal. Meanwhile, an opposition MP has urged Anwar to remind Trump that the attacks in Gaza are still ongoing despite the ceasefire. Stay tuned for all this and more on Kini News. Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim has stressed that the Malaysia-US trade deal, as well as external engagements with foreign nations, have been undertaken for the sake of the nation. Speaking in the Dewan Rakyat this morning, Anwar said that the agreement with the US also has an exit clause, and the question of handing over the country's trade sovereignty to them did not arise. Anwar said this in response to a question from Wan Fayhsal Wan Kamal, who doubled down on his claim that the agreement is satanic due to certain clauses allegedly detrimental to Malaysia.
Yang macam sebut, kita rasa. Kalau tidak, kita nak marah pasal apa? Kalau rasa, kajilah dulu. Ni nak bebal pasal apa? Ya. Baca, saya bagi contoh ini. Saya dah sebut tadi. Saya tak mau dialog with the deaf. Dialog ini dengan orang dengar. Setuju tak setuju tak mengapa. Saya kata China teliti line by line. Apakah keputusan semiconductor rare earth itu preclude segitulah membatalkan kemungkinan kerjasama dengan dia? Tidak. Ada situ exit clause, security considerations, the law of the land. Dan bagi kita bagi priority kepada Amerika Syarikat. Hari Isnin kita bagi priority kepada China. Saya akan bagi Selatan Afrika 2 minggu lagi, saya akan bagi priority kepada Selatan Afrika. Apa masalah ni? Sebab tu saya kata baca. Jangan marah saja. Baca dulu, teliti. Exit clause itu rakan-rakan dalam kabinet itu tekan dengan serius.
An opposition lawmaker has urged Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim to remind US President Donald Trump their airstrikes by Israeli forces have reportedly continued in Gaza. This is despite a ceasefire deal and promise of a comprehensive solution. Speaking to reporters in Parliament, Kapar MP Dr. Halimah Ali reiterated that she had during debates of Budget 2026 prior to Trump's attendance at the 47th ASEAN Summit delivered a stern message to end killings of Palestinians by Zionist forces.
So bila dah ada ceasefire, saya difahamkan masih ada pembantaian oleh pihak Zionis kepada warga Gaza. Jadi di mana ceasefire ini? Inilah orang yang kita tanda tangani, kita welcome dengan begitu welcome sekali berbanding dengan orang lain, orang yang telah membunuhkan wanita, kanak-kanak, doctors, journalists, the press itself, hospital, macam-macam yang dihancurkan. Jadi saya mintalah kepada Perdana Menteri, kok-koklah ada peluang lagi, ingatkan Mr. Trump yang ceasefire tu is not ceasing, is still going on. So saya sangat terkilan lah, ya. Walaupun dikatakan nak jadi hero, peace ataupun keamanan, keselamatan, saya tak yakin.
Former Health Minister Khairy Jamaluddin may make a comeback into Umno before the Sabah polls at the end of next month. This is according to a report in Berita Harian. The Daily quoted an anonymous source as saying that Khairy has already received the approval of UMNO's leadership, including its president Ahmad Zahid Hamidi, to rejoin the party. Zahid is said to have personally conveyed his approval to Khairy during the wedding of Perlis UMNO liaison chief Rozabil Abdurrahman's daughter last Sunday. The source reportedly said that Khairy is also expected to assist in UMNO and BN's campaign in the upcoming Sabah state election. This is because some of the candidates the party plans to field are around Khairy's age and are his political peers. The report said the former Rembau MP is also being considered as a candidate for the 16th general election in Kepala Batas, a seat previously held by former Prime Minister and his father-in-law, the late Abdullah Ahmad Badawi. However, a source said that to date, Umno has yet to receive Khairy's membership application. Khairy, once touted as a potential Umno presidential candidate and a vocal critic of the party's practices, was expelled from the party on January 27, 2023.
From now on, you can also listen to Kini News on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Scan the QR code on the screen to follow us.
Ismanira Abdul Manaf will learn her fate in the case over the death of her 6-year-old autistic son, Zain Ryan Abdul Matin, tomorrow. The Petaling Jaya Sessions Court will decide whether Ismanira is acquitted or convicted of neglect that allegedly led to physical injury to Zain Ryan 2 years ago. According to Bernama, Judge Dr. Shaliza Warno is scheduled to deliver the verdict at 9 a.m. at the close of the defense case. On August 5th, Ismanira's legal team wrapped up their defense after calling 5 witnesses. The court had ordered Ismanira to enter her defense on July 21st after ruling that the prosecution had successfully established a prima facie case against her. Her husband, Zaim Ikwan Zahari, was however acquitted and discharged of the same charge. The couple had been accused of neglecting Zain Ryan in a manner likely to cause him physical injury between December 5th and December 6, 2023. They were charged under Section 31(1) of the Child Act 2001, read with Section 34 of the Penal Code, a charge that carries up to 20 years jail, a 50,000 ringgit fine, or both upon conviction. MACC has acknowledged that tracing fugitive business person Adlan Berhan's assets overseas is complex and time-consuming. This is as it involves cooperation with foreign authorities. MACC Chief Commissioner Azam Baki said investigations into Adlan's assets will only continue if they are directly linked to the case under probe. Bernama quoted him as saying that there is no confirmation Adlan is using proxies, but added, they believe he does have assets overseas. Azam also confirmed that Adlan's passport has been revoked, but said the fugitive may be traveling with other documents. He added that MACC is working with the police and Home Ministry to locate him. On October 23rd, Adlan, who is former Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin's son-in-law, was reported to be spending his days on the run in luxury. The New Straits Times said it had received photos showing Adlan in the company of unnamed Middle Eastern dignitaries and claimed that he has been traveling from the unspecified Middle Eastern country to go on holiday. Adlan and lawyer Mansoor Saad are wanted over a project concerning the misappropriation of biometric registration, recruitment, and data storage of migrant workers for a ministry. The business person is facing criminal breach of trust charges over the case. In an update to the story, Azam told reporters today that locating Adlan and his lawyer is a complicated affair since it depended on the laws of each country. He reportedly said that there are some countries that cannot provide assistance through Interpol because the offenses they are being charged with are not recognized as extraditable crimes under their local laws. He added that even though they are working with Interpol, when we have laws that sentence offenders to caning, some nations cannot help to locate them. Regardless, he said efforts to locate them are ongoing. He added that currently, they are believed to be at large overseas, and MACC is therefore unable to confirm their exact whereabouts. Previously, Azam said Adlan was in a Middle Eastern country with which Malaysia did not have an extradition treaty. And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to Kinitv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, X, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. I'm John. Thanks for watching.